Dentley.
Well, we're here, guys. Welcome back. This is the James Dentley Show. It's Friday. I'm here and you're here. So, it's our day. And remember, we don't think outside of the box because in our world, there is no box. And when there's no box, there's only possibility. What a phenomenal week. So many great things are happening, but I'm excited because I have the pleasure to introduce to you a dear friend of mine who's a phenomenal speaker. He's one of the top speakers in the world. He's one of a kind inspirational speaker. He's an investor. He's a social media influencer as well. I mean, this guy is a business acceleration strategist, an investor. He's a movement maker, and his mission is to make poverty history. One of his superpowers is really human behavior and marketing as well. He's mentored CEOs around the globe and startups, Fortune 100 companies such as Infinity, used to be known as Comcast, and they helped him sell over $1 billion in services between him and his team. Tony Robbins says there's one person that gives him a run for his money, and our dear friend, the late Bernie Dorman, used to always tell him the only two people he didn't want to follow was that man and myself. So I'm in great company, and he's a great friend. He's all about contribution, not acquisition. He's an author of a phenomenal book, Work Like an Immigrant. And you know what? We got a lot of things to talk about, but this gentleman is just absolutely incredible, high energy. And I want to welcome to the show my dear friend, Carlos Siqueira. Carlos, welcome to the show. You got to unmute him.
How are you, my friend?
I am doing phenomenal, my friend. Phenomenal. I know you're hearing a little echo there. They're going to get it together with the tech people, but we're going to get through this. And I'll tell you, man, I'm really honored to have you on the show today. I want my audience to know exactly who you are to me. We have a lot to talk about over the course of this hour. We really do. But I want people to tell you to, first of all, know you. So share with our audience a little bit about your story.
Man, it's such an honor to be here, my friend. And you always give me the memories, with our great friend that passed away, you know, Dorn, rest in peace, Chip. And I bet you he's smiling in heaven right now. And, speaking of his smiling in heaven, I have just so many friends that I seen, being murdered as a kid growing up in Brazil. I come from some very, very crazy backgrounds. I know that some of you guys right now, 2020 might have been a difficult year and a lot of fear and a lot of anxiety and a lot of struggle. Some of you are, just juggling day by day to pay your rent and pay your bills, and credit cards are maxing, cars being repossessed, drug addiction, alcohol addiction. Trust me, I've been through all of them. And I just come for, I'll tell you guys a little bit about my story. My father died in a car explosion. I was just a baby. I was 3 months old. And my stepfather was murdered. I was just a kid. And I just seen, I've been abused and molested, and a lot of evil things happen to me. And I see a lot of evil happens to kids around the world. People ask me what I do. I'm just a movement maker. I love helping people that love to help others. I like to joke, guys, apostle/avenger for my non-religious brothers and sisters. And my mom and I, we always joke, man. They call my mother a viúva negra, the black widow. And my mother and I, we used to cry, and then we start changing that meaning. Because instead of crying, we used to say, melhor sorrir do que chorar. It's better to laugh instead of crying. Just because you come from the hood, it doesn't mean you don't belong on the other side of town. Just be like you don't have a father doesn't mean you have to you won't be a good one. Just because you come from the ghetto, it doesn't mean you can make an impact and one day get your own show, be on TV, being interviewed, have a movie or a book made about yourself. It doesn't matter, my friend. I want you to know that if you believe in yourself, I gotta slow down because I was in the ER yesterday. But the devil is not gonna stop with his brother here. But I want you to believe, you looking at us right now in your screen, if you're going through something difficult, know that my brother James over here and myself always pray for you. We are waiting to hear from you. Keep following us. Keep showing up. Thank somebody here today to listen to us, because you never know. There's one thing that we will say here today that could have changed your life. It could have changed your business. Because James and myself, we always sharing so much golden nuggets. Because James and I, we're the type of leaders that we always give way more than what we take. For us, it's no longer about the mission, about the commission. It's always about the mission. It's always about the contribution, never the acquisition. So that's just a little bit of my crazy background, and long journey to be here right now. Long journey selling bread on the streets as a 7-year-old boy, helping my mom. I made it to America with $800 in my pocket. And now I'm on a mission helping a lot of people worldwide. And it's just an honor to be here with you, my friend. So many memories you and I have together for, and I just, I'm glad to be here today and being alive. I was pretty crazy yesterday on the, but
Well, yeah, I heard you had been a little ill lately, man. So we definitely were praying for you and still do all the time, man, without ceasing. But you know what, man? One thing about you, Carlos, every time you walk in the door, you bring so much energy. You bring it in the corporate world. You bring it in the nonprofit world. So I want to know, where does this energy come from? Where does this light and this fire come from? And then I want you to go into telling us about the bread, because every time I see you on stage, you've got bread. So I want you to share. Just come on, man, talk to us.
Oh man, being around leaders like you, my friend, I just it's all about proximity, right? And you're somebody that I look up to. Our great friend Les Brown, like I tell people, man, stop following guru and follow philosophers. I look up to you and Les as philosophers. You know what I mean? You guys always showing the love, always giving way more than what you're taking. This whole thing with the energy is, anybody here that you've probably seen so much struggle in your life, and you see so much shit. Sorry for cussing. I'll try to not to cuss today. But it gets to a point where I transform all that anger, all that hate, all that time that I was mentally abused and physically abused and seeing people being murdered and all the things that I see coming up from the hood and the things that I didn't like to see once I got to the top. A lot of stuff that I seen there that I also don't like, all the politics and all this BS. So, you got to know somebody, all this, and I just start to shifting, and I master a power of reframing. Every time I see anything sad or negative, that would make me so energized, and I will flip that and change the meaning of rejection into taking massive action. It would just feed me. So the more, because whenever you come from so much shit, you're like, all right, I've been there, you know what I mean? Or if I would see myself engaging in all the negativity, I'd be like, Carlos, another kid out there has worse than you. When I was a little boy, I wanted to stab myself. 6.5 years old. Because all that I think, man, the power, your mind, man, this thing is crazy if you don't master how to control here first before you do anything in life. But because all my environment, if you know that little voice that you hear all the time, that stops you, that makes you quit on your dreams, that makes you take massive action, that makes you take on making that decision to change your life today. Those voices that I had as a kid was evil voices. It was all about the abuse, the torture, the beating, the loud noises that I would hear behind closed doors of my mom or my grandma being abused. Those are all the voices. The news, every day somebody will die or get decapitated or they'll chop their body in parts in Brazil, where I come from. So that was my environment. Negativity all day long. And you got to pay attention. It's been a lot of negativity right now all over the world. But it's all about shutting it down. Hold that remote in your hand. Like imagine having a remote. You have the power. You are the director of your life. Now I produce movies and shows and documentaries. You have that power to shut it down, that voice. And once I shut it down, that voice, and I dropped that knife in the kitchen from me stabbing myself, I made a decision because God has spoken with me. And you know what he said? He said, son, I call it the whispers from God. Man, I just get the chills when I think about this because I really put myself in the moment. And he says, son, there's some other people out there has worse than you. Your future doesn't have to equal your past unless you carry on those negative stories with you. Come on, brother Carlos. Say it again, baby. Your future doesn't have to equal your past unless you carry on the stories with you. Divorce those stories. Tell the devil I am coming, baby. You tell me I can't and I will prove you wrong. It's my time. Yes, I can. Watch me. And then I told my mother, make a little bit more bread, mom. I want to start helping you. I will sell that bread for you. You are crazy, son. You're only 6.5, about to turn 7 years old. Like, no, mama. I'm a big boy. I'm 350 pounds, 6'5". So even when I was 7, I was a giant gorilla from the jungle. And I say, mama, make me some bread. I will go sell it. I will go to the barrio. I will go downtown and I will sell that bread, baby. And after a lot of back and forth, she allowed me to sell the bread once I turned 7. And then, because she taught me a lot of things as a young boy, I had to learn. I wanted to be the man of the house. I used to tell her, I will get you out of the hood. Just Watch me, baby. I will get you. After I decided not to kill myself, I made the decision that I was going to read and learn something new every single day. If I didn't know, I was never going to be ashamed of asking questions. The only thing you should be ashamed is stealing, robbing, or doing something dirty to somebody. You shouldn't be ashamed of nothing else. The best advice that I got from my grandma: constantly increase your knowledge and your wisdom every single day. Read the Bible, read magazine, read business magazines, read books. Just fully immerse yourself into the word, whatever you want to learn. And just be that change, be the light. One of my favorite words from the Bible: let there be light. And you be the light you want to see in others. And don't wait for nobody, no politicians, no mayors, no one. It starts with us. You go and you start knocking doors in your neighborhood. You go downtown. You go to your community. You bring the leaders together. You find out who is hungry, like a great friend Liz Brown, who is hungry, baby. And I start selling that bread, and I will put myself downtown early in the morning at 6 o'clock in the morning before I go to school. I have to go sell that bread, and I need to sell fast. So imagine this, guys. Imagine this. You getting ready to go hop on the bus to go to work, and you see a little fat kid on a beat-up bicycle with a basket with a bunch of bread inside. But now, anybody that's from a third world country or downtown where people are, that's a lot of other kids also with me that were selling the shit. So now we need to get the people's attention. Can anybody relate over here? You're selling something online. You're trying to get somebody's attention. Let me tell you something, because this is actually powerful. I want you guys to think about it. When you are selling your stuff, is it entertaining or is it boring? When they are scrolling down on their cell phone, are they going, God damn, are you getting some goddamn moments? Or they just like, nope, keep it going, baby. I want you guys to pay attention. Are you generating goddamn moments about your voice, about your message, about whatever you're selling? And I want you to think about this, because now I was afraid as hell. Has anybody here ever have a fear? Oh my God, I cannot sell. I cannot go live. I cannot speak. I'll never be like James Dentley or Carlos Siqueira. Yes, you can. Yes, you can give both of us a run for our money. Yes, you can hear from legends like our friend Dorvin that's in heaven right now. You never know. You never know when Tony Robbins is going to say that this guy can give me a run for my money. And I'm just honored to hear stuff like that, because it's not me. It's the Holy Spirit that's speaking to you right now. But listen, so now I got to get the people's attention. And I put myself exactly where they were. They were about to hop on a bus for an hour or two to go to work. In Brazil, you got to go to one or two buses. Nobody has cars back in where I come from. Only very rich people. And now I need to get their attention. So guess what I did? I was so afraid to do this. I was, have you ever thought yourself out of it? So then I go, okay, how am I going to stop them to look at me? Instead of my boys selling their other empanadas, and the empanadas, they have a little meat, a little cheese and ham. Mine was a little bread with some coconut. And then, so now I go, okay, I will just do something crazy. So I go and I do a little pose, and I'll go, yep, that's a whistle. And I go, bread, I got the best bread in town, ladies and gentlemen. You eat this bread and you're going to feel amazing. You eat this bread and it doesn't matter what your husband, your wife, or your boss say. I want you to know that it's your day. And I would do crazy shit. And then people were like, who the heck is this fat boy from the jungle? And I would sell my bread so fast, because they would come around. I'll make them laugh. I'll crack jokes. And then I'll go above and beyond. I want you guys to think about it. Step one, you entertain them. You get them to stop, come to you. Step two, how can you add even more value? Then you know what I will do? I'll tell them, close your eyes. Hold on to that bread, baby. And now imagine your favorite character from Disneyland. Imagine, when you say the word imagine, I want you to imagine your favorite character from Disneyland. And I want you to imagine being in the jungle with me when I'm in Brazil, about to hop on that bus, and you're eating that bread. And then as you're closing your eyes and you are eating that bread, and I go and I say, and I talk like Donald Duck, and I say that I love you, because love is all that is. It's all there was, and it's all that you always ever be. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a little bit of the bread story that James is referring to, that I go on stages and I throw bread on celebrities and speakers. I really don't care. I have no filter. So, oh.
You know, man, the thing I really love about you is that every time we get together, and you always hand me the phone and want me to pump your people up, and you're so fired up all the time that you just take everybody, including me, to a whole nother level. And I get it, and I know that I'm talking to your people and the people that are following you, and I know I gotta bring it, boy, every single time. But look, let me tell you something, man. They are blowing up on social media. They're blowing up throughout this feed. People are inspired. They said there's nothing boring about Carlos. Absolutely love it. Love all of that. Speaking on, brother. They don't want you to stop. They're glad you're feeling better. They're inspired by this show. And what we're going to do is take a short commercial break. We're going to take a little break and put in a word from our sponsor, guys. We have a few sponsors. We're going to, first of all, bring in already always amazing children, amazing veterans, amazing senior, amazing health, and yes, even amazing you. So we're about to play a little commercial break, and we're going to come right back with the amazing Carlos Siqueira. Thanks, buddy.
Already Always Amazing's mission is to serve as a catalyst to provide education, training, economic development, and to build the capacity of our most vulnerable and underserved communities, children, seniors, and veterans. Dr. Dentley and his wife, Dr. Kara Scott Dentley, co-founder of Already Always Amazing, believe it is our duty to give back and help children achieve sustainable self-sufficiency. Already Always Amazing provides support to organizations that serve our veterans so veterans can continue to make a major impact in this world. Already Always Amazing, providing vital resources and education to individuals and organizations that are committed to doing good.
Dr. James Dentley is a world-renowned speaker, author, business sculptor, and philanthropist. He and his team of experts of excellence are committed to shine the spotlight on real people with real stories, real voices, one reel at a time. This show demonstrates the power of the human potential to overcome, create, serve, and succeed. Welcome to The James Dentley Show.
Welcome here with the amazing Carlos Siqueira. Carlos, I see you got your beatbox in your hand, man. Every time I see you, you got something going on. You're just so fired up. We got a lot to talk about, a lot to cover. I want to get into your book, but tell me, what's up with the beatbox, man? I see you with a beatbox, some bread, and a tricycle all the time, inspiring people. And I want the audience to know, look, that you speak in front of Fortune 100 companies, man. When I met you, you had $100,000 clients when we first got together, and in that particular world. But you can transfer from that and over to people in a room and just inspire them. With people who want to give back, people that are already fired up. You take them to another level, man. So what ignites you? What inspires you?
Man, James, I always like to I actually sing that song when I have the beatbox. I go, how sometimes we get rejected a lot, and a lot of people right now, I feel here, if you've been rejected a lot this year, whatever business you are, whatever you sell, whether you are network marketing, you sell cars and shootings, whatever you sell. James and I, we trained quite a few people in that industry in the last 20 years. But I was singing over here when let me see. Here. So when they tell you no, you say next. So then we sing a song. When they say no, I say next. When they say no, I say next. And you dancing like your grandma's there with you, dancing like your best friends growing up as you as a kid were there with you, and you flip that meaning. Because I feel like somebody here today needed to, kind of tune in that voice. We're talking about the voices earlier. So I want you guys to think about it, right? If you've been stressed a lot lately, I want you to slow the devil's voice. And I want you to raise it up, your voice. I want you to raise it up, your voice, because you have a voice. You have a message. And you know what inspires me? People ask me all the time, Carlos, you always fire it up. You always want to bring it. Every time we see on the stage, people, they don't even want to go after you because they know you're going to lift them. They're going to cry. They're going to chant. You want them to take massive action with whatever strategies we share with them, because it's not about me. I say, every time that I go on the stage, when I go to speak or be interviewed, I always say, Holy Spirit, guide me. I don't prepare for this. And I just let it flow, because if you're in your head, you are dead. It's your story. You don't need to have a freaking clicker or prepare to share your story, to share your superpowers. When you are great at something, show them, don't tell them. Demonstrate in real time. Give people so much value that they're going to go do something today. If you are being rejected right now, whether you are in network marketing or you sell anything, I want you to start dancing after every single no, because you already know. Pre-frame yourself ahead of time. Every 10 people, 8 or 9 will say no. But the yeses is the one that count. And let me tell you something, my friend. If you're waiting to make your first $100,000, your first million, your first 10 million, or your first 100 million, I haven't made 100 million yet. But here's what I always ask my mentors and my friends that did 100 million and a billion. How did it change? You know what they say? Carlos, at first it's cool. After a while, it's just another comma in the bank account. But you know the crazy part is? The fears, the anxiety, the bullshit, the shit is still there. The insecurities is still there. The anxiety is still there. It doesn't go away, my friends. So don't wait. Don't wait. You know, if you are behind on your quota, make a declaration. Whatever is there you sell, I'm going to help one person today. Help one, save one, and trade every expectation for appreciation. Because do you know who I wanted to hear me right now? Is the kids in the villages, in Brazil, in Mexico, in Africa, in Mongolia, in China, in India. The kids that don't have a father, the kids that have a corrupted government, the kids that have no one to show up. But I will keep showing up. And I will keep learning different languages, and I will keep speaking life into them. And let me give you another beautiful advice here, beautiful people, that's going to set your soul for free forever. Put a reminder on your cell phone to stop trying to please everyone. I want you to put a reminder right now on your cell phone every single day that those voices come in and start saying, hey, Carlos, you gotta quit this movement that you're working on is not gonna work. And the other one, no, you can do it, brother. You can do it. You've been rejected 40 times today. You can do it. You can do it, baby. Sing it, dance it. And then put it, and right at that time, when the voice comes, let's say it's 5 p.m. or it's on the commute to work and you're not happy, I want you to put that reminder on what are people gonna say about you when you are no longer here? What are they gonna say about you in your eulogy? I want you to remind yourself what they're going to say about you. And then right after that, you put, stop trying to please everyone. It's okay to be rejected. When they tell you no, it's not now. Just remind yourself this right here, my friend. It'll set your soul for free. It'll set your soul on fire. You can become the number one at whatever you do. There ain't no second places. Until you see yourself and you look at yourself as that person, the world will see you as that person. And you can be and become anything that you want to. I guarantee you, trust me, I see a lot of kids coming from the hood and on the top. I always joke with a lot of my clients around the world. You watch the kids from the barrio, from the hood, baby. They are hungry. They are coming. They're already hustlers, waiting till you give them technology and the internet and show them how to do videos. They are hungry, and you better keep stepping up, because once we bring people from poverty and from the hood to the top, game over, because they don't care about being rejected. They don't care about going no. They don't care about going a month or 2 or 3 with not enough food in their belly. They don't care. How long are you willing to go without getting paid for pursuing your dreams? How long are you willing to go without getting a call to be interviewed at a show, to be interviewed at a podcast, to being called to share the stages with whoever? How long are you willing to go? What is the price are you willing to pay? Are you willing to pay that price every day? Putting content out? You must put content out every single day. Teach your superpowers. What you have right here in your mind, there are people right there that are exactly where you were 5 years ago, then you can teach them, you can mentor them, you can charge them $50 a month, $10 a month into a membership group. You can teach them. Maybe you do network marketing. I'm always teaching people here. What do you like to talk about? Here, I have connections with different companies. James has so many amazing things that he has that he partner with. I have so many companies that I partner with. Ask questions, follow us, reach out, send us a message. You want to be in our radar, keep pushing it. Go help other kids. Go do a video. You out there in your community helping others. You need a hashtag James Dentley, hashtag Carlos Siqueira. We are watching, baby. We are watching to see who is hungry. And that's why I'm always pushing it so that other kids somewhere around the world can hear this brother here. Because a long time ago, I worked just at where they are right now. And I wish that somebody that are what I am at this point would show up on the hood, would show up on the barrio, and it would teach us, would empower us, would speak life into us. And I'll keep it going, baby. I'll keep it going as long as I can.
Wow. Man, you're incredible. Look, they got so many new names for you. Now you are now known as a spiritual gangster. Our board is lighting up on social media, is lighting up on this feed, man. It's just absolutely going crazy. And, man, I'm just thankful, man. And I'm so glad. Look, do the whistle one more time. One more time. It's about to go down. I always practice. I can never do it. Hey, my friend, I want to shift, and I want to, work. My stepdad used to tell me, the only way that success comes before work is in the dictionary. And you have this amazing book, and we're going to pop that book up there because I want people to really get to it. Work Like an Immigrant is your book. The 9 keys to unlock your potential, attain true fulfillment, and build your legacy. What's the inspiration behind it? And tell us, how do you work like an immigrant? What does that mean?
James, I always, when I no longer wanted to be here, I wanted to leave something. And this book, man, it's like a Bible for people that wanted to grow in their life, in their business, with their teams, with going for their passion. So this book, which the founder of LA Tribune, he's always joking with me. They say, you don't read this book, you started this book. One of the best books, in the century by the LA Tribune. And for me, it's such an honor receiving comments and seeing quotes like that for so many amazing leaders that read the book, that promote the book. And the book, every time that the book sells, all the money goes toward feeding kids out of the hood. I own farms in South America. I have people come into my farm that are not working right now, are not making money, and I have them pick up whatever they want. And I'm also dealing with farm invasions right now. That's there's a lot of crazy. Like I tell people, man, new levels, new devils. You gotta, every time you're gonna reach to the top, it's gonna be more stuff. That's why I always say, make peace with yourself right now. It's always gonna be something. But so what inspires me, James, was as I went through as a childhood and as I started seeing the things that work, the things that don't work, I would ask questions growing up for like business owners in the hood. Like, hey, if you would start it over, what would you do different? What would you not do? What would you avoid doing? What can you do to become more consistent, to increase your productivity, increase your persistence? What about the mindset piece? So all the things that I followed growing up and having that mindset of, you guys probably hear so many incredible stories of immigrants that travel to other countries other than their own. And because they are alone there, they don't have anybody. They left everything behind so that they could live a better life. They could come back and help also their country and help also the country that they migrated to. And when you put yourself in that spirit, as if, all right, what if you die today? What is next? The people that love you, they will miss you. What is the legacy? What are you going to leave in place? Do you have something written, a manuscript? Do you have something in place, enough videos, enough blogs that somebody can refer to and they can use during any times? Pandemic times, no pandemic times, regression, recession, whatever you want to call it, or label. You know how people love to label shit, right? In societies. So I wanted to leave something in place, bro, that people could study, not read it. This is a book that you can study, that I could handle, go to a shelter anywhere in the world, go to the person that runs the shelter. Here, my brother, bring the kids in, the ones that are committing crime. Here, teach them. Tell them that somebody out there prays for them, and it was just like where they are. And when that person also lost somebody that been murdered. That person also been what he was right now. And always know that an eye for an eye can only do one thing, and it's to make the entire world blind. We have a choice. What is wrong is always available. So what is right? You have the power to choose. You have the power to choose what you focus on. You may not have enough opportunities right now. I go deep into this book, and I always talk about, if opportunities doesn't knock, you know it, baby. We're going to go build a damn door, and you're going to keep showing up, and you're going to remind yourself that the days that break you are the days that make you. Wait until you understand and you learn the 9 keys, and you go and you break them down, and you study them, and you apply them, and you put reminders on your cell phone every day to remind yourself why you are doing what you are doing. What are they going to say about you in that eulogy? When you feel like quitting, then what you do? I have all this. I don't want to give too much about the book, but there's so much stuff in there because this book, it changed so many people's lives worldwide. Highly recommend that you have it, put it next to your Bible. And every time you're going through any hell in your life, you just speak this thing. And when I wrote this book, when I read it, when I did the audio version, I cry, I laugh, I have a lot of emotions when I do it. It's like alive, every page, every word. And you'll get a lot from this book. And teach to your kids, teach to your teams, teach to your employees, teach to everyone around you. And you'll see what I'm talking about. It's a pretty crazy book.
I don't want to leave the book yet, man, because I like the part where it talks about you may be judged by the company you keep. Mm-hmm. And that just not for the kids, that's for all of us. And then life lesson, I think it's 25, to learn learn, laugh, and leave. Let's talk about the company you keep and learn, laugh, and leave.
It's like this. The best way that I can talk about this is this. It's a lot of people talk about, your mission statement and where you are going is important. Yes. But here's the thing. Where we are going, it is important. But you know what is more important? Is who's going to go on the SUV with us? Who's going to go on that beat up car with us? Who's going to be there? You know what I mean? You see, it's not who hurt you. It's who's been there for you in times when nobody was there. And you have to master, like as I was telling earlier, being able to reframe and be able to laugh through difficult moments. Just like my mother, right? My cousins, my friends will call her, hey, Viuva Negra, the Black Widow is here. She's walking with her son. And you hear people shout out on the streets. I'll get very angry as a little boy. I will cry, will be angry. I was a little kid. Imagine somebody, your father die, your stepfather's murder, you lose people, and somebody call your mother there, and you're a little kid, and you have to hear this shit. And then we master how to reframe, how to laugh our way through, and by changing the meaning. Let's focus on being proactive versus reactive. Like, make a decision. I want you guys to make a declaration today. Look how beautiful this country is. They made a declaration of independence. When are you going to draw a line in the sand and make your declaration for what are you going to do and to achieve, and set the line and draw a line in the sand that here's what you're going to leave, that your grandkids are going to know. They're going to see your little post-it on the wall. That was my grandmother. That was my grandfather there. This dude was crazy. This chick was OG. Everywhere they go, people love them because they always show up to blow up. They always show up to always give way more than what they took. They always reframe it. Shit was hitting the fan, but they found a way to laugh. I remember, man, going on buses in Brazil. When my grandma and I would travel to go visit a cousin, one of the rare moments. And the bus is supposed to be for like 50, 60 people. And it's like 90. And everybody's squeezed. The AC is broke. Everybody's sweating. It's 110 degrees. People are farting. It's pretty bad. And my grandma is cracking jokes with me. And she's like, master of reframing. That lady right there, ladies and gentlemen, she's been through so much shit that my grandfather put her through. But her best advice, I talk about this all the time on stages around the world, the best advice that I received was from a housekeeper. My grandma used to clean a house where professors used to live. You know how you have a little south house, and if you don't live in that town and you travel to the university, so all these professors, they each one have a room in the little house. And my grandma was the one that cleaned the house. So they have their books there, their magazine, the things I would study. So my grandma was around all these professors. And she's always saying, son, every single day, increase your knowledge and increase. Always, increase your knowledge, son, every single day, and go teach what you learned to somebody else. Always be a person of value. Always treat others. How would you treat your grandma? Think about it, guys. Every situation that you go from now on, if you're going to go negotiate, if you're going to sell something, if you're going to speak, if you're going to be interviewed, what if before you go there, if this would be for my grandma, assuming you like your grandma, what will be the outcome? Think about it. The amount of love, the amount of energy, the amount of presence. I am here. I'm not worrying about paying the rent or the mortgage or how I'm going to pay my bills because of COVID and I have 200 employees, or how about somebody like right now I'm dealing with some farm invasion. No, I'm focused. How can I add value right now to the person listening to us right now here on this interview? How can I leave them with something tangible so that you can apply, you can think, and you can pick up your phone every day and you go put content out there and you go teach your superpowers. You go talk about it to somebody. Hey, instead of, see somebody, sad, somebody depressed, it's very easy to be grateful when you are winning, when something goes good. Try to be grateful if you are breaking a relationship. Try to be grateful when you are leaving the country or your city. Never gonna go back. You know what I mean? Try to be grateful moments like that. And then just think about grateful moments. Every time something happens, kind of retrain your brain.
Look, we got to break to a commercial, man, but I am just so fired up. And I was just thinking about, I love the part we said, don't give yourself time to be miserable. Celebrate every single thing and remind yourself that you are enough. We got to take a quick break right now. And this next section is going to be brought to you by JD3 TV, the station that empowers, impacts, and inspires, coming really soon to the entire world. So we're going to take a really, really quick break. And for every last one of you who are listening right now, I want you to go out right away and get this book. Jasmine already has hers. I've got a special gift for everyone who goes on right now before the show is out. Facebook are here. I got a free gift for everyone, and you're going to love it. Go get that book, Work Like an Immigrant by Carlos Siqueira. Be right back after words from our sponsors.
We are live on the red carpet. We're having a great time.
Amazing. What a fabulous crowd tonight.
It's moving. It's going to be a changer for all.
Amazing. Fantastic.
It's been a long time coming.
For sure.
Oh, we're back, you guys. I'm really excited. I am fired up. Boy, I'm almost here to take a nap after this interview. Look, I want each and every one of you guys to join our Facebook community. Go to JD3 TV and join our community. And don't forget, Limitless for Women is coming up really, really soon. You're going to see it on the bottom of the screen. We have an incredible event December 11th, 12th, and 13th. But it's not just for women. It's like ladies' night for the guys. You got 3 powerful days with powerful women. They're going to have dance contests. We're going to have talent shows. It's going to be a lot of gifts given away, and someone's going to win their own free television show. So you go to limitlessforwomen.com or limitlessforwomeneventbrite.com. Get your ticket right now. But before we go, you're going to get a special gift if you go out there and grab this book and let me know that. And we just respond through Facebook or on this feed. Jasmine, she already has her gift, and we got some special prizes for you guys who get it. Carlos. All right. What do you think stops people from succeeding? How do we self-sabotage and get in our way sometimes? What stops us from living our life at full potential?
I think James, from own experience, we were trained since we were kids, in a certain way, right? By our parents, by media, by religion, by whatever, right? And we were never trained to question. And we are trained to give too much power, right? For teachers or priests or, and what I always tell people is like, hold up. So whenever you start thinking about, like, how about, what is the last time that you start thinking about your own thinking? I want you guys to think about that for a minute. Think about it's like you listen, you put so much energy thinking about what other people gonna think about you, what are they gonna say. I see it happen so many times, James. I know that you and I trained so many network marketing companies, and we spoke in so many conventions, and you look at numbers and why people quit all the time. It's most of the time who here, drop in the comments below, started something and didn't finish multiple times, not only one. But have you ever questioned yourself before you quit, before you give up? Hold up. Let me actually entertain this thought. Why am I going to quit? Why not being consistent? Let me start thinking about my own thinking. I want you guys to think about, imagine before you quit anything in your life, what if you'd be like, what if I would be 10 times more persistent? What if I would really start thinking strategically, and I start thinking about, let's say your industry is health, very competitive industry, right? Health world, and health coaches, health products. And so now think about it. Let's say if you sell something in that world, did you ever stop to think about, okay, who is the top 10 people in that world? And let me go do a research. And I want to actually give you guys a tip here. Go research and look at the top 10 people in the world of health. Top 10 network marketers in health, top 10 authors in the health world. And now look at their 5-star and 1-star review. Because whenever you do something in peak emotional state, or you are really pissed off, that's when you're gonna do things. Either that's when you're gonna leave a 5-star, a 1-star. That's when you're gonna quit on your marriage, on your business, on the network marketing deal that you are on. But I want you guys to think about, what if instead of quitting, you start thinking about your own thinking, and instead of you doubting yourself, why not doubt your own doubts? Stay here with me. And now you look and you analyze in those 5-star reviews and those 1-star reviews. And now you use that to your advantage. Because whenever somebody says that, that's what is in people's mind. So instead of quitting, you're going to make a decision. You know what? I'm going to give it a try to this one more time. And then I'm going to go full on. I'm going to go for the next, 300 days. I'm in it to win it. I'm not in for the short term. I'm in it here for the long time. And then you're going to pay attention to those 5 stars and 1-star reviews. And then you're going to go use that on your social media. And let's say somebody's really angry. Oh, I went through this health coach, or I went through this product and it sucks. I didn't lose the weight, or I didn't do this and I didn't, whatever they say, right? They're pissed off. So now you're going to go to that 1-star review. You're going to pick up your phone and you're going to click the live button and you're going to say, have you ever tried a product to lose weight and it was bullshit? And you didn't lose the weight, or you lost 1 pound and you gained 5 pounds the next week, because you read that on the bad review. Now you're going to use that to your advantage. That's giving you data that you can now use that data to your advantage. So now you have content. If you are struggling in producing content, I produce movies and films and content for influencers. So I want you to think about this. This is an idea. And you use those 1-star reviews and 5-star reviews on your content. And now you ask those questions. Have you ever, and then talk about the shit that you just read it in your own voice, telling your own stories. Because now they're going to be like, wow, this person, he gets me. I want you guys to start thinking. Think about it. What is on the silent Q&As right now of your ideal clients? What are they thinking? And when you are on social media, preparing to put your content out, preparing to put your blogs, preparing to do your lives, are you thinking about your content? Are you thinking about the stuff that they are thinking? Because the moment that they feel like you hear them, now they're going to be like, wow, this person gets me. And now you're going to be like more strategic. So you see, it's all about start thinking about your own thinking. Okay, why did I quit? Why did I stop? What is that pattern coming from? Well, hold on. What if I go back and I try it again? I give this thing one more try. What if I start being strategic? What if I listen to Carlos and I can just go try it? Just for the heck of it, just go try it. And you're going to sit down in your office this weekend and you're going to plan your content for the next 30 days. And you're going to ask yourself, okay, what is on the silent Q&As of my ideal clients? So you're going to ask that question every time before any content. Now, step 2, let me go research top 10 in that industry. What are they saying? Bad reviews, good reviews. Write it down, copy and paste it, put it outside your wall. So now, and you're going to start thinking about this shit. Let's say if you already sold something to somebody, whatever you sold it, maybe you are, even if you're a speaker and somebody invited you to speak, to be on the show. Okay, I want you to go back to your clients, to whoever interviewed you, to, let's say you sell, I don't care what you sell, insurance, you sell cars, you sell, powder to gain weight or to have better sex, whatever. I want you to call back that person that handled you cash, or that went to your event for free, or that took your course for free, and ask this person this powerful question. Hey, I'm doing a research, and I had a question for you. It would help me so much if you be raw and real and honest as hell. Drop it like it's hot, baby. Where in the heart, what is my heart? Where in the heart of hearts did you decided emotionally and financially to buy my powder, to invest in me, to hire me as your business coach, to have me come and speak for your company, to buy my network marketing product, whatever it is that you're doing. But when you ask that question to the people that rejected you or to the people that gave you money, you want to tell them exactly, like we are a Navy SEAL team here. I want to know the millisecond where they handle you money, where you had them at, aha, this person gets me. Aha, I'm ready. Aha, I want to join your movement. Aha, I must to follow this person. And then you use that in your content. And every time that you put content out on social media, in your blog, as you plan in your content strategy for the next 30 days, always leave them hanging. Don't give them everything. You always want to leave them hanging so that they're always going to come back. Imagine as if you are on Netflix. You watch your favorite series, before you're even done, next one is already going to populate in 3 seconds. Or you go, hey, go to this corner here and watch this. Go watch, see, I'm pointing at the James Dentley thing. Go watch the next episode of James Dentley. Or let's say, if right here where you have James Dentley, if it would be when I interview James on my podcast. And I'll go right here now if you want to see me interviewing James Dentley. That shit was anointed. Oh, you have no idea. Wait until you hear. I'm not going to tell you. You see what I just did? You're going to be like, damn it, tell me. No. It was anointed. It will change your life. Go to go on Google, type in Carlos Inspire Show, Carlos Siqueira Show, and go look it up. Carlos interviewing James Dentley. But you see what I did? I create curiosity. I make it fun, entertaining. I point it. So now I'm telling you, let's say the show would end here in a few seconds. I'm pointing. Now, go do this. You're giving them instruction. You're giving them a command. That's how the mind works. So you need to think about that as you're putting your content out, as you're creating content, and you develop a strategy. And then you pay attention to what I said earlier. Are you creating goddamn moments when you are posting stuff? Is it are people stopping to listen to you? Are they commenting on you? Are they sharing your content? If they are not, it's because you haven't planned the content strategically. You haven't really started thinking about your content and the strategies that you are using to deploy your content to achieve the results that you are seeking. So just a little thing. I know that's a lot. I'm just a tsunami of the strategies, but I want to challenge you guys to rethink it, because I know many of you right now are probably working. One of my favorite signs, let me see what my other favorite sign is. I cannot find it, but basically it says, stop doing shit that you hate. And right now, a lot of people listening, you might are doing shit that you hate. And let me tell you something, there are so many things that you can do right now from home to make money. The world of education, network marketing, internet, James, myself, we have so many things that we on the side that you can use it right now to make yourself some money. But the question is, how hungry are you? What do you love to talk about? And then like sitting down, drawing the line in the sand for the next 300 days. I'm going to listen to James. I'm going to listen to Carlos. And we're just going to go, baby. We're not going to quit. No, we're going to stop pleasing people. I'm going to think about my content. I'm going to think about my strategies. I'm going to think about what Carlos said about, what are they thinking about right now? What are they losing sleep? What is the shit that's bothering them? And I'm going to think about how can I incorporate that into my content as I teach stories, as I teach my content, as I tell you. And you be the person that gives more value to them than anybody else in your industry. The shit that you charge money, give that for free. Let me tell you something. Don't worry about it. Oh, Carlos, what if they steal? Nobody can be James Dentley. Nobody can be Carlos Siqueira. Nobody can be you. It's 8 billion people out there. Just know that somebody right now that don't have money, that's in another country, they're going to use this. And they're going to make some money this month to pay their bills, to put food in their table, not to die from starvation. And no, they're going to follow you. They're going to be your loyal, raving fans. And they're going to comment. They're going to share your content. So that will be the 1% that will handle your cash. That will be 1% that will buy your coaching, that will buy your book, that will buy your courses. But don't worry about that. Worry about serving, being the one that gives way more than what you take. And just make a declaration that you're just going to be in it to win it for the long term. You do that, my friend, and you make peace with that, game over.
You know what, Carlos? You know, you gave a lot of great information. Social media is blowing up. This feed is just blowing up on this show. It's absolutely incredible. And for you guys that want to see more of Carlos, you know, we're going to have him back on the show, but we're going to have our pre-launch for JD3 TV in January. And Carlos will be our featured, one of our two major featured speakers on that weekend, guys. So you're going to get a chance to play with him. So go to Carlos Siqueira. It's right on your screen at Carlos Inspires. I know you've been inspired and impacted. You do it every single time, and you just always bring it, and it's about to go down. I'm working on that whistle. I can't get it. But I'm just happy to be here. Yes, sir. But I want to thank you so much, man, for being a part of our show. Look, we've got about in 1 minute, share with you. I'm going to give you a word and tell me what that word means to you. You got 60 seconds.
My favorite quote.
Contribution.
Life is about contribution, not acquisition. It's always about acquisition, never the condition. And always remember, the days that break you are the days that make you. And before I die, I will bring amazing people with me around the world. We're going to go to stadium and teach every kid below poverty level line inside that stadium, so we can speak life into them, so we can remind them that our brother here been there, been through it. And if you've been through it, we're going to grow to it, baby.
You know, you've got a lot of people here that have met you at the City Gala and City Summit. And I had a chance to talk to Ryan's mom, Donna, just yesterday. We had a really wonderful, wonderful talk. And she's still taking the time to heal. And, you know, for those who are listening that have the heart to give and to can contribute, it's extremely important. You know, you get what you have by giving it away. You want to say yourself out. There is no lack, because when you operate from that, then you can tap into the resources of the universe. And I'll tell you that I got off the phone, Carlos, just want to let you know, and all other Gala City Summit folks, that after I talked to Donna, you know, my heart would just say, look, we got to go in and help and serve and get behind this woman who's running Global Unity and just trying to find her way to honor her son's legacy. You know, part of the challenge, the biggest challenges he has, was trying so hard to give back and the pressures that lie within that. But he owned it, and he did some great things. And wasn't for him, we wouldn't even be here today, right here today, man. So I'm honored by that. I'm honored by you. You're always a friend. You are a champion. I want people to reach out to you and talk to you. Get the book. You got to get the book. And for everyone who gets this book, we have our event coming up December 11th, 12th, and 13th. Now, when you go out and work like an immigrant, and then you're simply going to go into our and email us at, I believe, JD at The James Dentley Show. JD at The James Dentley Show. You get the book, get your ticket, your basic ticket for our event, and I'm going to give you free tickets. If you go out there and get a VI, I'll give you 2 free tickets when you get one. And then if you go out there and get a VIP ticket, then we'll give you 2 VIP tickets valued over $1,000 each. So you're getting $3,000 of value for the price of 1 VIP ticket just by going out to get this incredible book. And Carlos, we got to have you back, man. I want to thank you, man, for sharing your heart, your wisdom, your knowledge, and your energy and that power, my friend. So they love it. The cover, they're saying the cover is dope. Some people went and got it already. Go get the book. Get the book. Not wait. Don't wait. Get it right now. Go out and buy this book. Work Like an Immigrant, and tell all of your friends to do it. And required reading, and all of your groups, get them all together, get the book together, and start reading this book. Okay, Carlos, I want to thank you so much for being a part of us. Don't forget, you guys, about the JD3 TV community on Facebook. And don't forget to text JD3 to 55678. And we got some other free stuff for you for there. And promote Limitless for Women. Carlos Siqueira, thank you, man. I love you, brother.
Love you, my friend. Love you. Pleasure to be here. You guys buy the book, message me on Instagram. We're going to be releasing a movie at the end of this month to help fight suicide among kids and young adults around the world. You guys buy the book, message me, and I will get you guys also to watch the movie with us during Thanksgiving, where you can do a movie night at your house and be featured in our movie. So just keep showing up, and let's go make this world a better place. It's a pleasure being here. Glad to serve, my friend.
Okay. All right. We're going to end the radio show. Carlos, I want you to stick around. We're going to stay on social media for just a little while. This is going to conclude this episode of the James Dentley Show. I hope that you enjoyed it. We're going to stay on social media on Facebook. Talk to Carlos just a little bit further. I want people to really be able to connect with him, guys. God bless you guys. Remember, don't think outside the box. There isn't a box. There's only possibility. Most suffer from a poverty of their imagination, and they suffer from the weakness of attention. So let's get laser focused, because 2021 is the year of purpose and promise. I'll talk to you guys next Friday with the amazing Luann Mitchell. God bless you guys. Have a wonderful day. Peace. Okay, voice is gone. We good. All right, good. Hey, we're still here on Facebook, buddy.
Yeah, my brother. What a great show, my friend.
Yeah, I'm trying. When you speak, I have to mute myself because we got a little feedback, and that's why when I talk, I got to unmute myself. Sometimes I forget. So I hope you guys are good with lip reading. Hey, man, you know what, man? When we are, all right. You know what? Come here, Lavelle. Now, you know what? I'm not trying to put it, it's not on the spot. This is just, you guys are practical jokers. You guys like to have a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And boy, I tell you, do y'all do some crazy stuff. So I'm going to set the stage for everybody here. We were in LA and they were going to this party, and they rolled up and saw some cars on the block. So they had to circle around and come back. So they saw people sitting in their cars. So they decided to play this big practical joke, of which they got a car full of people, and they put Lavelle in the trunk of the car. Lavelle jumped in the trunk and act like he was dead. So just imagine they're rolling up on the cars. They're sitting on the street, and then they park. They popped the trunk, and he said, Lavelle act like he's real stiff, and they lift his dead body up and set him on the curb and freak these people out. Now, I'll tell you two things. That's crazy. But number two, it's okay to have fun. It's okay to have fun, guys. And, whatever it takes, I wasn't going to do it because I'm too hard to lift up out the trunk, number one. And I'm 62. I don't want to play like I'm dead. No, pineapples, not good. Not good, not funny. But I'll tell you, whatever it does to bring a smile to your face. And even the folks that they're about to bring out their cameras, the videotape, and put on Facebook Live, this murder was about to happen, about to dump a body dump. Lavelle came to life, and I know it just freaked them out. And I'm not saying you create that memorable experience, but do things for people in life that are memorable, that are really, really memorable. And if you do that, guys, you'll make tremendous impact. I just want to invite you guys again to right now go to www.limitlessforwomen.com. Get registered for that event right now. We're going to have Brian Tracy will be stopping by, but we'll have Les Brown, Kevin Harrington, and we'll have some of the most incredible thought leaders that weekend, December 11, 12, 13. It's all going to be virtual. And we're going to have the dance contest, the talent show as well. Or you can go to Eventbrite to Limitless for Women, eventbrite.com. Get those tickets today, and somebody's going to win their own TV show. And if you have content and you say, well, I've always wanted to be a star. They always told me I was a star. I think I'm a star. Yeah. Then give us a holler, and we'll get you your show, and we'll make those dreams come true. Carlos. Your house has to be a blast, man. What do you guys do for fun? Tell me something that really funny that happened besides that one. I took that one. But besides, tell me something that you experienced is really funny in your house or just in your walk in life. What just cracks you up when you think about it? Everybody just cries.
I cannot stop laughing here. Guys, I have a crazy imaginative mind. I produce stuff. I like to produce memories. And then it's like I say, right? you die right now, then what? People are going to forget what you say, but they were never going to forget how you made them feel. And let me just add one thing that James forgot to say about that situation in the parking lot. So, I used to train people at a prison. I used to sell cable in the hood because, remember, I was an immigrant when I first come to this country. So I will go to the places where nobody will go. You see, corporate America, they don't send the corporate people there because insurance is too expensive. They send the immigrants here, go to the hood, go sell cable, go make us some money, go make the rich people more rich, right? I'm like, oh yeah? I'm like, watch this. I'm going to go empower all my brothers and sisters from the hood. We're going to make so much money, you're going to know us by name. So, I will go on the hood, like in Boston, Chi-Town, Connecticut, Miami, LA. And I would go in this place like Jamaica Plain, right? in Boston, and all my boys, man. So that car that he was saying that people was watching, it was 5 a.m. or maybe even 5:30. And there was 2 dudes, look like my boys, man, from Jamaica Plain. Big dudes, dreadlocks, look like OG gangsters with like M16s and AKAs or something. And I look at LaBelle, drop dead. We're going to do a prank. LaBelle go, drop dead in the trunk. And I look at this dude next to me that was driving the car. He looked like Manolo from Scarface. And I say, Manolo, let's grab the body. and I come up with this shit like on my mind at that time. And now if you guys see the face of the 2 gangsters from the car, it was priceless. LaBelle, he almost like timed it in his mind when to jump alive so that we won't get shot. and the 2 dudes was smoking a blunt. And this is in a very famous hotel parking lot in LA. So, and the dudes happened to work with Justin Bieber and some other shit. I don't care. But you know what I mean? It was crazy shit. And I loved it. Oh man, but so just to add a little bit more to that. But oh brother, let's see. Man, Isabella, man, my daughter, she's a character. She's always coming up with stuff, and we always, my poor wife, my wife is a Mexican, Italian, American. I call her triple threat, so crazy, and my daughter.
You don't win any arguments there, buddy.
Yeah, trust me. And so my daughter, she's like me. She's 9 years old. Imagine James Dentley, Les Brown, Napoleon Hill, Jesus Christ, and me in a 9-year-old little girl's body. That's my daughter. and now she's a ball of energy. And she likes to speak on stage too. Her topics is mental toughness and bullying. So she's something else. She have her chants and all, and she's always coming up with stuff. And her and I, we drive my wife nuts. And we like playing games. We play like trivia games. We do a lot of stuff from like back in the day. We do like trivia games. We like to play dominoes. We play cards. We play Monopoly. And we always, I give her like one word. And I say, all right, Isabella, I give you this word, tell me something. And then we do a lot of competition in the house. And we always cracking jokes. I say, hey, Isabella, what do you call a Brazilian without a car? And she's like, what, daddy? Carlos, and then we always cracking jokes. What does a Mexican say when the roof falls on him? Whoever can guess that one, drop it down a word below in the comments. What does a Mexican say when the roof falls on him? But see, what I'm doing here, we are engaging with you guys on social media. Whenever you guys are on social, interviewing somebody or putting content out, get the people to engage with you. Drop comments, like it, share it, because that help you guys also share your message and get them involved. So now, back to my question. I cannot help it. I always love to teach and entertain. But what does a Mexican say when the roof falls on him? If you guess it right, I'll throw another book in there, an autograph copy. And you know what they say? He said, get off me, Holmes. So my daughter and I, we also have this game that we play, a video game that they show you a scene of a movie and you have to impersonate that scene. I forgot the name of the game. It's pretty cool. Like they have a little camera thing and the camera look at your face and you have to mimic and do the scene of that movie. And my daughter, she's competitive. She's like, yeah, daddy, I'm giving you a run for your money. She's always hear me saying that, and then so she doesn't like to lose. So we always competing and we love playing games. So we have this spirit at home. to doing stuff. We also love to do pranks. We always doing pranks. Like, she's hiding, and then we scare each other, or we scare my wife. The other day, right? Oh my God, I almost got in so much shit. So my wife was moving something and somehow hit my face. So I go, says, Isabella, come here. And then I put ketchup on my nose. So it felt like I was bleeding. And Isabella, no, Daddy, I'm gonna tell Mommy. I'm like, no, hold on, don't tell Mommy. She's already knew I'm gonna get into so much shit. So now I'm putting my finger, and I walk back to the laundry room, and I say, hey, babe, is that my nose bleeding? And she starts screaming, ah! And I say, hold it. It's a joke. She's like, you son of a gun. She throw the clothing at me. And she's like, I hear, man, for the whole hour, I hear the sermon. And Isabella, see, Daddy, I told you not to do that one. And then, so we always do crazy shit, James. Like we're very competitive. We do.
Wait, you know how to get flies out of your you know how to get flies out your living room?
Huh?
You know how to get the flies out of the living room?
How do you do it?
Put a bucket of shit in the kitchen. I had a friend when I was growing up. He was so stupid. He was stupid, man. So crazy. But we've had to figure out he would climb up on the tree and get stuck. And he only had one arm. That was a bad thing. And you know how you get a one-armed stupid person out of a tree? Wave at him. Then he got married. His whole family was stupid. And one time he locked his keys in his car. Took 3 hours to get his kids and his wife out. Let's go. Boom, boom. All right, I got a joke for you.
Okay.
It's a preacher, and he got a word from God to get this teacher's sermon. This God spoke to him that this Sunday this sermon has to be preached. So he's grafting out a sermon, and some other preachers, his boys, called him up and said, hey, look, everybody's coming in town. We want to plan a convention, but we're going to go bear hunting on Sunday. He said, no, I got to preach on Sunday. And he just kept calling him. On Thursday, his best friend called, said, look, I haven't seen you in 5 years. I'm coming in. Let's go bear hunting. We have a good time together. So he decided he's going to ditch church and go bear hunting. So he called up the deacon in the church and said, act like he was sick. I'm not feeling well. I need you to cover the service. So the deacon said, okay, Pastor, we have your back. We got you. We'll take care of it. So he snuck out and went bear hunting with all the other preachers. Now, he got separated from all the pastors. He's out there by himself. He sees a big brown bear. He gets behind a rock with his rifle. He aims his rifle at the bear, pulls the trigger, and the gun jams. But the bear hears the rifle. Click, click. So the bear looks at the preacher, and the preacher looks at the bear. The bear staring at that preacher. The preacher looks at the bear. The preacher grabs the gun, starts taking off running. The bear's run so fast, he's running right on his heels. The preacher trips over the rifle, falls flat on his face. The bear's about to pounce over him, and the preacher starts praying, God, please forgive me. I know I did wrong. Help this bear find some religion. He heard no noise. It was silent. He rolled over and looked at the bear, and the bear was looking to the heavens like this. And the preacher said, Father, thank you, you saved me. And then the bear said, God, I thank you for this meal that we are about to receive. Oh, boy. I got 1 million of them. Man, we always have a good time, man. We got to spend more time together, brother. We always have a good time together. A good time. And I want us to figure out a way to get in there with Global Unity, with Already Always Amazing, with the nonprofits you serve. And let's see if we can create something special around that legacy and his dear mom, whose heart is breaking. She was going to be on the show. And after talking, I said, I'll tell you what, let's wait a little while. Let's wait, because she's healing. And there's a lot of people out here who are healing. COVID has been hurting a lot of people. A lot of families have been taken, whether it be police or just brutality in general. People are dying every single day. So I want us to stay prayerful and mindful, and hopefully we can, as the time we have here, to hopefully make this world a little bit better for somebody, man. No matter what your beliefs are, no matter what your politics are, no matter what your religion is, no matter the color of your skin, the bottom line is that we have a heart. When you turn us inside out, we all look the same. We all have to do the same things here. So let us be the ones that step it up and find another way, a better way, find the right way. Right way. You got any final words, brother?
Man, just pretty great to be here, man. Always a pleasure around you, and all the love from social media coming through. I'm just, all the jokes and the good memories, and definitely, my friend, definitely. I know that Ryan is smiling right now in heaven. That he brought us together. I know that he's over there with Dorman and many others, before us that are like them. Yeah, those two are there carrying on the legacy, and the only way how we do it is by doing what we're doing now. Is to keep raising the bar, keep giving, continue doing what we do, man, giving way more than what we take, continually helping as many people as we can, and challenging them to just give us 1% more today than what you did yesterday. If you quit on yourself, go back and listen. Go back to what we talk about. We talk about so much great stuff here in the show today. Write it down. Take those golden nuggets, have them on a page. Just staple that page in a wall and follow these strategies that James and I talk about. Continue showing up. Every time James is interviewing somebody like James, myself, when we do our shows, when we do our podcasts, our TV shows, we do it for free. We don't charge. Many of our events, we do it for free. We don't charge. The way how you can repay us is by tagging 3 people here today. Think about it. All the golden nuggets that we drop here today, think about it. 3 people that you know right now, before you leave here, that you could tag them right now as we are speaking, that you could tag them right here so that they can continue following us. They can continue coming back here week after week. Like James have his shows on Fridays. I do my shows Mondays and Fridays at 5 p.m. Pacific time. You just type in Carlos Inspire Show, Carlos Siqueira Show. I'm everywhere, LinkedIn, Facebook, Amazon, Apple TV. And keep showing up. Keep listening to us. And whenever you learn something, take that and go teach one. Help one, win one. Whatever is your thing, whatever you love to teach, whatever is your superpowers, just make that decision that you're going to draw a line in the sand. You're not going to worry about what nobody else is going to say. You're not going to worry about other people's rejections, other people's opinion. You're going to live in your circle of fulfillment. I was talking to a group of people today in Hollywood and from around the world in a Zoom call because we're releasing a movie. It's a very controversial movie, but we're going to talk about suicide in this movie in a way that's inspirational so that people can start that conversation. And I was telling them, and here's the thing, every person because we are all inviting all the leaders into this project, and we're creating this new thing where people can watch a movie and you can invite other people to watch the movie, and we're going to give you a percentage for sharing the movie. But I was telling people, this is not about the money. This is about saving people from killing themselves. It's a movement. I want you to think about what is your movement. And when you make your movement about the people, if you don't do it, someone is going to die. If you don't do it, if you right now, you're not making enough money, if you don't pick up the phone and get yourself involved and you start selling something and going out there, you're not going to pay your bills. You're not going to pay your mortgage. And you give yourself, right? Think about that pain of not doing it. But think about if you do it, if you take the decision to do whatever you are going to do, whether you are sharing something that James is promoting or myself is promoting, but just by getting involved and being a person of value, being on our radar and keep showing. You never know when we're going to invite you to be on our show, when we're going to give you a shout. Like I was telling to these people, James, these people are like, right now, you guys have no idea. We live in a world that is, everything is the same right now. Think about it. All the celebrities, musicians, all these people, they are not making money for a whole year. It's fair game. You have a voice, you have a message. Anybody can stand out. Anybody can start their show. Anybody can get out there as long as you're being consistent. And now these guys, the musicians, the celebrities, they all worry because right now kids in Brazil, in Africa, in Mexico, in Uganda, in Nigeria right now, so many people dying, so much. I'm always praying for my friends in Nigeria. I had a great show the other day with an ambassador, good friend of mine. He's out there. And you have a voice. Just find something that you are passionate about. Like, I hate seeing kids being kidnapped, dying from hunger, dying from suicide. What I do, all right, how can I produce movies? And how can I bring all my followers and my friends' followers together to share the message and still make some money, where they still can make money by doing something? It might not be much because you're sharing a movie sells for a couple of dollars, but saving that life, you cannot put a price on it. And I was telling them one thing that I've been talking about this whole year, which is transcendence. I call transcendence leadership. And that's that place, like a Navy SEALs, that's how they operate. Is that a place where nobody's left behind. Is that a place that we always collaborating? James and I always collaborating, always talking about the projects that we are doing, always referring people, always bringing amazing people together and sharing each other's platform. Think about who else are you collaborating with? Who are you listening to right now? Whose messages? Who are adding value to you right now, telling you what you should hear, not what you want to hear? And when you start thinking about the transcendence level and you aspire to achieve that level, that is that place where it's no longer about you, James, or myself. It's that place above oneself. From that place, ladies and gentlemen, you don't lose, because that's the transcendence piece, above oneself. So I challenge every single one to really reflect as we finish 2020, how can you aspire to operate from a transcendence level and go back and listen to everything that we talk about here today and draw a line in the sand and go after your dreams, your causes, so that we can all together collaborate and leave this world a little bit better than what it is right now. That's will be my last.
Yeah, because it's not just about what you know, and all things that are knowable, we know very little. It's not about what you don't know, because there's a lot of things you don't know. But the possibility and real living lies in what you don't know about what you don't know. So, Carlos, you hit the nail on the head. Sometimes you got to learn to doubt your doubts. Lean on thine own understanding. That's why the Bible says, in all thy ways acknowledge God, and he should direct that path, because our knowing is so limited and our viewpoint is also limited until we're able to tap in to that transcendence level, to be able to see things different, a different level of vibration and frequency. I can see Bernie Dorman and Ryan now in heaven, and they're planning an event. And Ryan's out there trying to book Elvis Presley and Michael Jackson, and Bernie's on the other side teaching the angels how to do super networking, how to snap. Super networking accelerates potential. I can see it now. And you know what? I hope they don't try to book me anytime soon to be a guest speaker. But I look forward to one day we all. But in the meantime, we're going to honor him right now and do our very, very best to live to the potential that they have seen in both of us. Because Bernie loved both of us, man, and Ryan as well. You know, we were really, really close, all of us. And he would say similar things about you and I together, man. So I'm honored, my friend. Thank you so much for being my friend, part of my life, and for sharing your incredible message. Folks, again, go out there and get the book, Work Like an Immigrant. Get it right now. You got special gifts when you get it. And then you simply want to send me a little photo. Just send it to JD at The James Dentley Show. And we got some amazing gifts. And don't forget, right now, get the book and then go to limitlessforwomen.com. Sign up, or go to Limitless for Women Eventbrite. Sign up and get your ticket today. Guys, it's like ladies' night for the guys. You're going to hear some powerful stuff, man. And you want to go to Carlos Siqueira at Carlos Inspires to get in touch with my good friend and get on the show. So start typing right now. Move right now. I see you. You're not moving right now. I'll see you guys next week. Carlos, thank you, my brother. Bless you, man.
Thank you, my
Love
brother.
you, and talk soon. Stay safe, man. The best of the family, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you, my friend.
All right. God bless all you guys.